Good morning, you guys. Happy Friday. We are down to the final day in Connection Through Your Business, part of this week's live stream series. I am pumped. It is Friday. I'm so excited. Hi, Catherine. How are you? So good to see you. I'm so excited. Today's Friday. We have a lot of fun, good stuff in store today. The kids are going back to school soon. So I just have a bunch of things planned for them today. So I want to deliver this live stream for you guys because I think it's going to be so good. If you've been joining me from this entire month, you know what we're talking about. We're talking all about how to use connection as a core marketing strategy so you can create that cash injection in your business. And today I actually wanted to share with you how my clients have actually been able to double and triple their conversion rates using my signature connection-based marketing strategies. And so I'm going to share like kind of high level on some of that today. And I think it'll be really valuable because as I said, like we talk about these things and I've been giving you so much like information and value and touch points and tools on these things, but I really want to show you how it can be applied practically. And so that's what today's live stream is about. I want to show you how you right now can go out there and look at your systems, look at your strategies, look at your offers, look at all those pieces and how you can add those connection building pieces into it and start applying them right now. So I'm just going to dive right in, you guys. If you're here and you're joining me, say hi. Let me know that you're watching. Let me get my notes up. It's Friday and I'm pumped and I feel really, really good this morning. Okay, so this week so far, we covered the two fundamental layers of connection, right? I'm sorry, let me repeat that. This week, we covered the second fundamental layer of connection. And that was the connection to your business. So as we mentioned on Monday, connection has to be like a non-negotiable, right? It has to be a non-negotiable in your business because marketing is shifting. In fact, like I said, I would argue that it has already shifted and more people want to feel that connection to you, to your brand, to the thing that you're offering before they invest in you, right? So marketing is shifting. People buy from people, really want to feel that connection more so now than ever, especially in this online space. So I work primarily with coaches and people who are in the coaching industry and other service-based experts and entrepreneurs, right? And I'm going to speak specifically to the coaching industry right now just because it's a majority of my client base and I'm also a coach, so I'm really observing what's going on in this industry. And right now, the coaching industry online, it is so super saturated, you guys. It's very noisy. And so more so now than ever, you really have to earn that sale, right? You've got to earn that sale with your people. It's not just about like launching at a certain time and promoting something at a certain time and sending a couple of emails and doing a couple of lives. You've really got to earn that sale. And the best way, hands down, I believe that you can do that. And also the most long-term, sustainable, consistent way to do that is to be putting in and adding in those connection building strategies into your marketing, right? So today, like I said, I want to give you a really tactical viewpoint of how, when you connect to your business in the topics that we talked about earlier this week, how that increases your conversions and how that creates that cash injection. So again, if you're watching me and you have no idea what I'm talking about, go back and look back at the lives that we did earlier this week, and it'll start to plug some of those pieces in for you. And if it's the first time you're watching me, let me just take a quick little minute to introduce myself. I'm Safia Satar. I'm a certified business coach and online marketing strategist. And I work with coaches and other service-based entrepreneurs to help them increase their sales and their conversions so they create consistent and bigger revenue and results in their business. So again, if it's the first time you're joining me, leave me a comment, let me know, say hi. I realized yesterday that I've been doing this live stream for 2 weeks now, and there's a bunch of new people in the group that I don't think I've properly introduced myself to. So I just want to take a minute to do that. So before we dive into today's topic, I just want to do a quick little recap. So connecting to your business involves the following things, right? One, getting really super clear on your point of view and your message. And we talked about that on Tuesday. And that was and then using that to establish that connection with your market, right? So it's not just about really good copy. It's about really getting clear on your point of view, your message, not just about writing really great sales copy, right? The second part about connecting to your business is implementing those key connection building strategies, connection building pieces throughout all of your marketing strategies and your sales systems and processes, right? And I really, really harped on this when I spoke about this a few days ago. It is never just at the time of the sale or at the time of the launch, right? You really want to make sure you're implementing those key connection building strategies throughout all of your marketing and all of your sales processes. And yesterday we talked about connecting through your offers and creating really high quality offers and providing a really high quality experience for your people, not just connecting through your offers, but also connecting with your offers. Again, if you're listening to this and you're like, what the? Then go back and listen to the live streams from this past week. All right, so all those things I covered in depth. So if you have any questions as you're watching this, feel free to leave them in the comments. So what tends to happen is most of my clients, when they first come to me, they're either at like the very beginning stages of their business, right? And they've actually been trying to, hold on, let me just minimize this real quick. And they have been, if I don't see your comments, just know that I'm going to come back and take a look at it in a second. So most of my clients, when they first come to me, they're either at the very beginning stages of their business, right? And they're in two places. They're either at the very beginning of their business and they're trying to sell their offers, right? They're trying to sell their services, but they're still struggling to do so. Or they've actually been in business for a little while and their sales have kind of stagnated and they've noticed that they're not converting as much as they used to. And that launch didn't go just as well, right? So that's when they bring me in to sort of look at how they can increase those conversion rates. What can we do to start bumping up the sales and the conversions, right? And so one of the things I am really, really, really freaking good at is connection building strategies, right? It's something that I just really have always been really, really great at since the beginning. When I started out my first business, when I've been working in corporate, it's always been one of my strengths. And so I've really honed in on that and I've learned how to include it in marketing in such a powerful way that it increases your sales and your conversions. And that's what I absolutely love to do and help my clients do as well. And most of the times it does not require a whole lot of expense in terms of sale, in terms of ad budget and things like that. But my clients, what we do when we work together is we incorporate that, like I said, throughout all of their business and all of their marketing. So it's not just, again, the time of the sale or in the marketing, it's like throughout all those pieces in their business too. So if you have a team, and there's a disconnect between that, guess what? Productivity is going to be down too. But, most often it's usually, whoa, that's a lipstick on my face there. Most often it's usually, we really work on their social media content. We work on their connection building pieces through their social media content, through their sales pages, their emails, their funnels. I'm so passionate about funnels. And of course, one of the biggest area is their sales or their discovery calls. We really, there's some key pieces of that we really work on building those connection building strategies into that has doubled and tripled their conversion rates. So that's what I'm going to talk to you guys about today, because here's the thing. I believe that you have to be creating connections in everything. From the time people experience you or your brand online or, wherever they first experience you, to after they've even completed your programs. So from the time they're booking in a call with you, from when you're onboarding them a client, and then even after they've wrapped up with you, you've got to have that connection built in throughout. In fact, I can't tell you how many people have messaged me and sent me, random strangers that I don't know, that have either just joined my group or have now, interacting with me and engaging with me on social media for the first time, that reach out to me and tell me, wow, I really feel that connection to you. I really feel that. So I really pride myself on that, because I know that's what people want, especially if you are a coach and you're marketing yourself to, help other businesses or help other people in this working profession, right? So I wanted to give you guys today some really tangible examples of some of my clients and how we've actually been able to double and triple their conversion rates. And I just wanted to pop over there, see that real quick. Okay. And so that, again, so that you can see how you can apply it to you in a very tactical and tangible way. So I want to share one of my clients, Rhonda, for example. When Rhonda first hired me, she was really good at getting people like in her funnel. So she had a really good system in place where she was already generating leads, consistently. But of course, she was having some difficulty converting those leads. And not just converting them to get them on the phone, but also like seeing them through her entire funnel, right? And if you know anything about funnels, that's sort of like the landscape is sort of normal, but there's definitely things that we did to bump that up throughout. So one of the first things that we worked on together was creating more touch points. Hi, sweetheart. Mommy's on a live stream. Can you just give me a second? 1 second, you guys. Here you go. Okay. Sorry. Can you close the door for mommy, please? Thank you, my love. Bye. Okay. One of the first things we worked on was actually creating more touch points with her people before they ever opted in for her freebie, right? And once they opted in, we were super, super streamlined and strategic about how we were connecting with them throughout her email sequence, moving them through from the time they saw her offer, her opt-in, then clicked on it, then moved them through that pipeline. We were really, really streamlined and strategic about inserting really core connection building pieces in all of that, to the point where they got on the phone. And because her thing at the time, she was really pushing one-on-ones, right? So because she focused on one-on-ones, that was her call to action. Her call to action was getting people on their phone, booking in a call, and then turning them into clients. So we worked through that, and then we also worked on her sales call strategy, because while Rhonda was getting a lot of people into her funnel, we knew her freebie was really good. We knew it was juicy because people were opting in for it. People wanted it, right? But the gap was happening in the conversion phase. And those people that she was able to get on the phone, she wasn't converting them quite as high as she would like. One, and two, she was finding that some of them weren't necessarily ready for what she had to offer. So we had to do a couple of things, on the back end of that, but we also worked on that sales call strategy that she had in place. And we worked on using connection at 3 very key specific stages of the sales conversation, the sales call, and also through her follow-up process, right? And after just a few weeks, you guys, of implementing these connection building strategies, Rhonda signed her first four high-paying clients. I'm talking high-paying clients who enrolled with her within I think it was a matter of 3 weeks, maybe 4 weeks. She signed her first 4 high-paying clients, and they've actually re-enrolled with her. So it's kind of like she got the ROI because she figured out the process of how to do this. And she kept repeating that process because she already knew that freebie was something her people wanted. So now that she had fixed and plugged those holes, she now had a process that generates leads for her on repeat, right? And high quality leads that she now knows how to convert. So I wanted to mention Rhonda because I wanted to illustrate that it's never just about that one area. Connection is never just about that one thing. And I said it already, and I'm going to say it again. It has to be there throughout all of your marketing, your visibility, and your sales, right? It's never just, oh, let's just fix the funnel, or let's just fix the freebie, or let's just work on the sales call. It has to be weaved in throughout everything for it to really be effective, one, and for you to see the highest possible conversions. So another one of my clients actually generates leads through speaking. So she's a speaker. It's one of her core things. She's branching into some coaching, but speaking was her primary bread and butter. And she was getting booked. She was getting booked for speaking. So she wanted to figure out a way how to sell from the stage and not just get paid by her booking fee, because her booking fee and people paying her to speak was big, but also turning the audience into clients, right? So we worked on a few very core pieces of her entire strategy and her systems, which I shared with you on Tuesday, I think, about Wednesday, about all those pieces throughout your strategies and your systems, right? So for her, we worked on streamlining her systems, like the back end systems that she had going on, from the time her team actually sent out those emails to source speaking engagements, right? So that people were more likely to want to book her. So we included some cool connection building pieces into there. All the way up to how she was actually connecting with her audience when she was on stage. And then, like Rhonda, the first person I mentioned, once she was on stage and she got them into her offer and that funnel, we moved through that same process to include those connection building pieces throughout her entire funnel until they went on the phone with her, booked in the call with her, signed up for her programs, rinse, repeat, right? And do put the connection building strategies into even her sales calls process, right? Because like her, she was looking to book high-end one-on-one clients. Another one of my clients, you guys, and I hate to just be like all my client success stories, but I love them and I'm so proud of them and I want to share them because I think a lot of you can learn how connection really is such a powerful thing. Another one of my clients, she actually has a really, really high vibe, very full Facebook community, Facebook group. And she has a lot of people joining the Facebook group constantly. And she really has learned how to position herself, through the course of our work as like that. She's really cornered her market for that. And so for her, one of the things that she was struggling with was actually she's getting all these people into her group. All these people love her stuff, love her content, love all the information she's sharing. And she never had a problem getting people into the group. The problem was every time she put out an offer or tried to get people from her group to monetize that group, she struggled with conversions, right? Or people would always just kind of hit her up for free advice or free, like just pick her brain type thing. So what we did was we actually looked at her backend systems again, because that's really a great place to start. And then, you look at the strategies on top of that. You build a strategy, you put the systems on top of that, like I mentioned the other day. So we looked at one, her strategy, like how is she connecting with people from the moment they request to join her group to when they become the new member and beyond, right? So we had to work on a few connection building pieces from there, but also pieces that would really help her generate data about who is joining her group. Because much like an email list, and I hope this isn't flying over you guys' head, if you have any questions, just let me know. It's so powerful when you can customize not just the content, but also your offers based on what your people want, right? So when you know what people want when they're coming into your Facebook group, if you have a Facebook group, for instance, you can then therefore serve those people in a really customized way. And nothing is better than someone raising their hand and saying, I want a trainer, or I want to learn how to do X, Y, or Z, or I wish there was a product that could solve this problem. And you, as the business owner, answering your market's needs and giving them the solution to that problem, right? So we worked on really ramping up sort of those connection building pieces from the get-go and really teaching her how to position herself as not just as a leader and not just as an influencer in her space, which she clearly is, but also how to monetize that group and continue to build those connections while helping people while getting people and enrolling people in her programs, right? So I think what happens so often, and if you have a Facebook group, is that people look at you as the expert. People look at you as someone that they get all this valuable information from. And if you're doing it really, really well, those people will also convert. But all too often, you have this space that people just come to for more information. And you've got to learn how to turn that so that it's not just information and value that they're getting, but also that they see the need for investing in you, right? So those were some of the key things that we worked on for her. So we really, really worked with her on how she was engaging and connecting with her people, and also how she was really moving those people in her community in a very, very, um, very beautiful and streamlined and strategic, but also in such integrity into her offers, right? And so now she actually has monetized that group. She's got a second group for her paid program. She's got a membership site. So a lot of really cool things are happening for her. So again, you guys, I wanted to illustrate this. I wanted to share these 3 client results with you because I think that, and I may have mentioned this before, but again, it's worth repeating. Connection is never just a tactic that you pull out when you're ready to ramp up sales or when you're ready to, launch. Now there's strategies behind that, and I'm happy to talk about that. I could talk about that all day, but the most successful business owners, and I may have said this before, but the most successful business owners and the most profitable business owners who see the highest conversions on repeat are those businesses and business owners who are focused on building those connections at all times, right? It's never just something that it's like, oh, maybe I should start like engaging more in this group because I know in a month from now, I'm ready to like offer something. Yes and no. Yes, we definitely want to do that, but no, because that's going to be very short term, and that is not a sustainable way to build your business, because what's going to happen the next time you have something to offer? You're just going to stop doing that, and then a month before start doing it again. People are going to pick up on that, right? So depending on your business model, depending on where you are in your journey, depending on sort of like where your business is strong, where it's lacking, we come together and we really work on plugging those holes, filling in those holes and filling it in with those connection building strategies. So, it could be you're really, really good at connecting with people on social media, but you have a difficult time moving them through the sales process or moving them from click to client, right? It could be that people enroll into your programs, but you're not getting referrals or you're not getting repeat clients. And, some people want that, some people don't. But there's things that we can do with that. It could be that you're launching and you are, you've done a launch and it's flopped, or it hasn't converted quite as high as you want. These are all different areas in your business that you can look at and think about how connection-based marketing really helps you to increase those conversions, because time and time and time again, I have seen it work. I've seen it at play in my own personal business. I will share a little, I'm deviating a little bit, but I think it's worth doing real quick here. 3 years ago, I developed the Connect, Create, Convert framework. And it's all based on connection-based marketing. And before that, I was just kind of coaching. I was just kind of doing my thing. And then when I developed this framework and I actually started sharing that, and I actually started coaching people on that. And as I have coached more and more people using this framework, the more I've refined it, the more it has kind of really developed into this beautiful thing. And the more results it gets, not just from me, but from my clients, right? Because when I know that I can walk my talk and the things that I'm teaching my clients, I'm implementing myself and I'm seeing those results, then I know hands down it's the thing that I should be teaching. So like for me, for instance, every single thing that I just shared with you and every single thing that I teach my clients, it's what I do in my own business. And I have seen firsthand how having those connection building pieces have tripled my conversion rates. In fact, year after year of being in business, I've tripled my conversions and I've tripled my sales and my revenue every single year after being in business. And most of that was without a team. I only just started bringing on a team last year. So it can be done, you guys, and it doesn't have to cost a lot. So that is what I wanted to share with you today. I'm going to talk more about that Connect, Create, Convert framework. Starting next week, I'll probably share a little bit more about that, but definitely in the last week of the series. I wanted to let you guys know that that is sort of the beginning phases. And like I mentioned, the Connect, Create, Convert framework, which is what I use with all my clients, what we're covering this month is just that connection piece of it. It's just the connect part of it. So there's so much more to it. But that's all that I have to say for you guys today. I hope this was helpful. If you are watching and you have any questions, hi Shizoto, thanks for joining me. If you're watching, you have any questions, go ahead and pop them in the comments and let me know. And tell me, I would love to know if you're watching the replay, I'd love to know, like, where do you think you might be missing those connection building pieces in your business? And if you don't know, it's okay, say you don't know. Or if you feel like you have it really nailed and really hammered in on that in your business, share that too. I would love to know. I love to talk about this. I love to share this. I love to teach this. And I love to see my clients and people get results from this. So you guys, that's all for now. Enjoy your weekend. Thank you so much for those of you who have joined me this entire week. I'll be back again next week. And next week, we're diving into the third fundamental layer of connection, and that is connection to your market. And that's a really, really good one too. So I hope to see you guys next week. Have a great weekend. Bye.